What is going on, guys? As you guys can see, we're at Bass Pro. We just went in, picked up a few items. We're gonna go out to the lake, see what we could catch. Let me show you what I got real fast. Last week my dad's friend was out at the lake. He was fishing with these robo worm hologram, I think it's hologram shad. Really awesome robo worm. I'm gonna try that on the Neko rig. If not, then I'm gonna try it on the drop shot. That should catch fish right there. We also got, I'm gonna go for the crappies today, so I got these like pearl white kaolin grubs. You cannot go wrong with kaolins. The movement on these grubs are insane. The tail action, impeccable. You cannot go wrong with that. Obviously got some Neko rig hooks right there. And also, I got the Bass Pro Tournament Series 5-inch Senkos. Pearl white, can't go wrong with those. Looks like a little bait fish popping along the bottom when we go and do some Neko rigged fishing. I also got the 1/16 ounce Neko rig nail weights, and I also got the what are these ones? The half moon 1/8, just in case I want to fish a little bit deeper off maybe a deep point or something. Other than that, I just got the bag. We're gonna go out to the lake. We're gonna see what we could catch. I want to say thank you to every single one of you guys who have hopped on board to my channel. I greatly appreciate it so very much. We are almost at 1,400 subs. Help me get there. We are, I believe, 31 away. I think that we could do that with one video. I think we could gain 31 subs with one video, especially because it shows 70% of you guys are not subscribed. So please hit that subscribe button. Help me get to 1,400 subs. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys so very much. And hey, I'm pumped. Last week did pretty well. The last hour of the day, we're gonna go back out there, see what we could catch during pretty much the whole day. I'm gonna be out there probably for about 4 hours, see how many fish we could catch in about 4 hours rather than only an hour. Last week we got 5 in 1 hour. This week we got 4 hours to fish, so we're gonna see what we could catch. So I'm ready, I'm excited. Let's get out there. We got a little drive on our hand, but other than that, let's go fishing. Looks so good in the water though. They're gonna eat this at some point during the day. Maybe a little bit later when the water warms up just a little bit. In the meantime, let's go over to the Neko rig. I actually got a Neko hook, so it's very thin wire hook. Much more finesse. See how this looks. Oh my gosh. That looks crazy good. The only reason why I have 8 is because I want a little bit heavier line just in case I do hook a bigger fish. Now, like I said, Bartlett's more quantity over quality, but there have been those times where I've caught some pretty decent fish. So I just want to be safe. Alright, well this shoreline looks pretty good. I mean, pretty steep slope. We got a ton of rocks in the water, so plenty of spots for fish and any of the prey to hide. Just gotta find those darn predators. Oh, there we go. There we go. That was a good hit right there. Solid. Sit down. There we go. Nice little largie. It's a good start for the day right there. That's a healthy fish right here. Cold fish. Looks like he's kind of, oh my gosh, literally barely hooked. Check how pale that fish is. It's a nice fish right there. Really cold. The top of his fins all cut up and jacked up. Bit of a bummer, but other than that, I mean, he's eating, and he's eating a mix of shad and crawfish, because he's got pretty freaking red lips, but he's still got sharp teeth. So I think he's eating the perfect mix of those like two prey. All right, guys, the weirdest thing just happened. So I hung on a rock, and I'm like trying to pop it off, and I was over there where I was previously casting, and then out of nowhere I pop it off, and I pop it again, and then I just feel weight. And here is this little guy right here. This little guy was all that weight. Man, That's freaking wild. Look at that. That's crazy. I was standing right there, casted diagonal, hung on a rock, trying to pop that sucker off. And then I come over here and I pop it over here. And apparently when it popped off that rock, it got this little guy really aggressive, and he just chowed down on it. So one last look at this guy. Pretty good little fish. Let's get him in. Wow, that was freaking awesome. You gotta love weird stuff like that when you fish. It's so not normal, but when it happens, stuff like that happens, it's really, really freaking cool. Wish I was recording for that, but unfortunately, I just changed my GoPro battery and I didn't even think about turning it on for some reason. Bet you if I used a craw, I'd probably catch a few fish too. I might do that later, a T-rig craw. It's one thing I normally don't catch a whole lot of fish on. I'll use a T-rig and catch fish with worms, creature baits, but never craws. It's really weird. And this lake is loaded with craws. That happens a lot during spring with spinnerbaits and chatterbaits. I hang up on a rock for a second and I give it a pretty intense rip and it pops off the rock or a branch or whatever, and then I hook up right after that. It's like the fish is just sitting on the other side of the branch or rock or whatever, and just that quick jolt, it gets them to bite. Same thing just happened right there. That was awesome. Alright guys, bear with me. We got a lot of wind, but we got some chop in the water right here. Maybe churn up some bait fish and craws, and maybe can get us a bite. I don't know, we'll see. I mean, this water is freezing. And it's because all this lake water, all this open lake water. There we go, right by the shore. Good fish. Very aggressive fish. Oh my gosh, he like flung himself. Well, as I maybe have broke my toe while I was slipping right there, I slipped back into this hole. Now I can barely stand. That's awesome. But other than that, holy crap, that fish freaking crushed it. Well, we got that gust of wind, but we got a cool little fish right there, not too bad. Get him back in. Maybe it'll churn up, get these fish active. Alright guys, so we're done for today. Unfortunately, I only caught 3 fish, but I, at the same time, feel fortunate that I caught 3 fish all day long. It was blowing. The first hour I was here, I caught 2 fish and I got like 2 or 3 bites. I had an opportunity to get 5 fish within just the first hour. I missed my opportunity. Then it was blowing for like the last 6 hours, like anywhere from 20 to 40 mile an hour gusts, and I just couldn't fish. I couldn't feel my bait. Whenever I'd run over a rock, typically I can tell, okay, that's a rock. And you just slightly lift up and it goes right above it. But I couldn't tell, so I was setting the hook on everything, acting as if it was a fish. So I lost 11 rigs. I lost almost a toe. My toe is numb as can be, but probably just bruised the bone, whatevs. And then, so between everything, it was a fail after fail after fail, essentially. I mean, between the wind, between tripping and hurting my toe, and between losing all the rigs, I mean, come on, man. Like, come on. I just bought all the Neko rig hooks today and all that stuff. I lost every single one. I almost lost all the nail weights. It's ridiculous. But I was expecting to lose some, definitely, because I was casting around rocky ledges and everything like that, and that's where the fish were holding. The ones I caught, they were around all those rocky ledges. I feel like I would have been able to get a few more if it wasn't as windy. If it was like 10 to 20, I'd be able to deal with it, but I mean, these gusts today were ridiculous. A few times it almost knocked me off my feet, and when I caught that final fish, at the same time hurting my toe, like there was a pretty good gust and I was leaning back, and then I was already kind of off balance and that wind just totally pushed me back. I was like, well, there goes that. But the 3 fish I caught, the first one was really nice. He was gorging on shad or craws or whatever, but his dorsal fin was all messed up. It looked like someone literally cut off his dorsal fin. It was really messed up. And then the second fish, feisty as can be, healthy fish, and that final fish was a healthy fish. So all in all, I mean, I still had a good time. Anytime I could come out and fish and entertain you guys the best that I can, I love it. I love doing this. So thank you to every single one of you guys who have hopped on board and supported my channel. Help me get to 1,400 subs. We are almost there. We're like 31 subs away. I greatly appreciate every single one of you guys. I know this is a long outro, but man, today was rough. But other than that, hopefully we can come back sometime, and whether it's winter or maybe tomorrow or the following week or whatever, hopefully there's not a whole lot of wind, because if there wasn't wind, I would have caught fish today. Although, I still had a good time, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and as always, I'll see you guys next time on Southwest Fishing.